Alright, we're going to try out the Knight Rifle at 100 yards. I loaded this a week ago when this season first started, muzzleloader bear, and all I was doing was taking off the primer back and forth, but inside there is still the powder and the bullet 300 grain, and it sat out here in the cold, the heat, the rain. I don't know if the powder, if that affects the powder on the inside or not. I didn't let water get inside it, but just from the barrel getting cold and hot, I didn't know if I should be reloading this thing and unloading it every day or what, but I didn't. I just left this sitting in there the whole week. But now it's time to go, and I have to clear this barrel, so I figure I'm going to try to take a 100-yard shot with this thing. At 50 yards, it's dead on, so I want to see what I can do with open sights at 100 yards. And I'm just going to sit down off my knee and try a 100-yard shot. And I think instead of aiming dead center, I think I'm going to aim a little bit high on that target, maybe the top third of it, because there has to be some kind of drop. And we'll see how it does. Well, there you go. The weather didn't affect that powder inside that barrel at all. It went off. It felt like there was a little bit of delay, but that's probably normal with a muzzleloader. But we're going to back up and see what happened with that shot. It hit. I heard it hit. But again, it takes like a second for that bullet to actually get out to that target. But 100 yards. All right, check it out. I think I was aiming up here, so maybe 5 inches of drop at 100, from 50 to 100. So I'm pretty confident I could probably hit something at 150 yards. I think the next time I'm going to stretch it out even further with open sights. I mean, the left and right is pretty good. That's probably me moving a little bit, but shoot, man, I'll take that all day long. I was thinking about what kind of scope to put on that muzzleloader. I don't think I need any scope. The gun is so light to carry. It's like carrying a stick around without any scope or anything on it. So shoot, 100 yards. I don't think I need a scope on that thing. Well, that's it. The Knight muzzleloader. And that's the end of bear season. Was here for a whole week. And I hunted the top of that hill up there on the ridge of these mountains up here a whole week. I saw some does. I passed up a 8-pointer. It was just a normal 8-pointer, and I didn't have time to film it. He just popped out. He was just there, and he was on eggshells looking around and very alert. And I kind of had the bow on him, and I was looking at him, and I was like, meh, I don't feel like tracking him. I don't feel like gutting him and dragging him. And I didn't get that wow when I saw him. So he'll be better next year, or somebody else can shoot him if he leaves the farm. But only one buck the whole week, and a bunch of does, and then the mom bear and baby bears. And don't you know it, like the last night here, we had a big male bear walking right in front of the cabin. I'll put a picture right here, but the whole time I'm hunting up here, and this bear is walking along by the house. It's crazy. And you're sitting up there in the stand the whole time thinking, there's no animals here, they're gone. And then here he is. He's not killed. He's still walking around. So but that's a wrap. We'll be back, I think, next week for archery season. Muzzleloader is over, so we'll be back with just the bows, and hopefully the rut kicks in, because I saw one scrape and they just started making a scrape, and that was it the whole time. So not a lot of rubs, hardly any actually, and one little scrape, and the bucks just weren't moving around. And I think the bears are on to us here. So no corn here this year, so there was actually no reason for the bears to be here, so they moved on. There was no food source for them to keep hitting this farm. You know, they're checking out the burn barrel by the house to see what's inside there. So that's we're learning as we go here. If there's no food source, you're basically just waiting for a bear to walk by randomly. So there's got to be a reason for them to come here. So, and it's too early for deer. The rut's not here yet. So it was kind of like a learning week of 13-hour days sitting in the stand and staring at the bushes. So that's a wrap.